Now I'll say this is not your normal StanceWorks content, but if you're a fan of the channel, this is still gonna be pretty sick. I first moved into this shop space almost 10 years ago, all the way back in the beginning of 2013, and in that decade, this space has changed a lot. If you look at how it was when we first moved in to now, that part's pretty obvious, but it's even changed quite a bit since the last time I did a shop tour, about a year and a half ago when I started doing this YouTube thing. I'm always trying to make this space better and make it my own. But there's been one constant since I moved in. Some of you guys may have even noticed this thing. There is a hidden door on the wall behind me, nestled behind the tools. It's been locked since day one, and I have literally never been on the other side of it up until yesterday. Let me just say, the StanceWorks shop is about to get a whole lot cooler. Check this out. Now, chances are you never noticed this door, or if you did, you probably thought it was something like a bathroom, a closet, or something equally innocuous. I mean, after all, why would anybody care about a door I've never even bothered to mention, even in that 2020 video when I was staring right at it? But the truth is, some of you guys in the comments have mentioned it because it's been lurking in the background of every shot over by the drill press, the bandsaw, and the arbor press. And it's not surprising some of you noticed it because it's impossible to pull anything over on you guys, aside from keeping the new project car a complete secret. But we'll talk about that in another episode. For now, let's just get these tools moved out of the way and get this door unlocked because for almost 10 years, I've wanted to walk through this door just to see what's on the other side. As you probably guessed to some degree, through this door is a 1,000 square foot office and warehouse suite. It's subdivided into 4 rooms, it has air conditioning, a ton of natural light, and has been completely renovated. It's the frontmost unit for our building here in Southern California, and now it, along with half of this building's parking lot, is all mine. I feel like there's a lot of stuff to talk about for this episode. We're gonna start with, yes, I did know what was on the other side of the door. I knew that there was an office unit here. I have a unit right next to it, of course. I can see it attached to the building. But I've never been in here prior to a couple of days ago getting the keys. I didn't know really what to expect when I got the keys to this place. I didn't even get a tour of it. My landlord said, hey, it's open. You've said you want space. Do you want it? You get first dibs. It's attached to your unit. And I said, definitely, let's do this. So I got the keys and I was pleasantly surprised with this place. To say I'm excited is an understatement, and I also owe it to you guys. I would not have expanded and snagged this unit if you guys weren't watching my content and making all of this worthwhile and making it work. I wouldn't be able to afford this otherwise. But let me give you the tour of this spot because it's pretty sick. Let's start with the front room. The front room represents about 20% of the overall space inside of this unit. It's got a door that exits out to the street along with a window and a lot of empty space to do whatever we want with. This room also has a dedicated mini-split air conditioning unit, so we can keep it nice and cool, and opposite the entrance is of course a door out into the shop we've been in this whole time. Now as far as what I want to do with this front room, the answer, this one's honestly probably the most boring of the lot. I probably want to put a table, a place to sit down and eat lunch, a place to have a meeting with somebody if I want to, instead of standing in the middle of the shop. And most importantly, a place to put just a kind of a small kitchenette, a place to have the refrigerator, the microwave, and maybe a little bit of counter space. Because right now, if I want to make lunch, I go into the back corner storage room of the shop where the refrigerator and microwave are. There's no table or countertop. I wind up pushing stuff to the side on the shelf and just kind of making a sandwich there. It just doesn't work well. Having a place to actually, eat here at the shop instead of eating out fast food for lunch every day would be better. Better for me, more comfortable, and because we've got AC, I have a place to sit in the cool air now. Have never had that anywhere in the shop before, so I'm excited about it. That's the boring answer, but that's what I'm gonna do. Now on to the big room next to me, or behind me if you will. This one's definitely the biggest room in this unit of the 4 rooms. It's probably 15 feet by, I don't know, give or take maybe 30 feet. Got 2 nice big windows that face outside. I think I'm gonna kind of subdivide this room. I'm not gonna build a wall or anything like that, but maybe put some shelving up or something to help kind of split it. Because over here, I think I really want to turn this just into storage. I want to get stuff out of the shop. Right now, so much of my floor space is used just to store stuff, and that's floor space I can't use to actually work. I'm paying per square foot, and a lot of that square footage is just taken up by stuff. So getting some of that out of the shop and in here as storage will be really beneficial. It gives me more shop space. It makes my shop a lot bigger. I find that to be really advantageous. However, this is a big room. I don't need all of it for storage, and I would love to have a place for when all of my friends are here on the weekends and things like that, to congregate, to hang out in the air conditioning. I would love a place for a couch and a TV. We've got the TV out in the shop, but we've tried the couch thing. It never works. It's always covered in stuff. It's always in the way. To have a dedicated place to hang out, relax, kick back, that would be really cool. Maybe even have a sim rig. I've always wanted one, but have never had a place to put one. So we're gonna see. That's what I'm thinking in here. We'll subdivide this room into 2 parts. Storage, hangout space. Now, let's go to the other side of this front foyer room. Let me talk about the future office. This is definitely the smallest room of the unit, but that is perfect for use as an office. The wide-angle lens makes it look a little bit bigger than it is in reality, but my desk, computer, and editing suite, it'll all fit in here really nicely. On top of that, we've got climate control, some natural light, and I know I'm repeating those, but man, am I so excited about them. And unlike my current office in the back of the shop, I'm also going to be able to see out the window for when people pull into the parking lot. It's a small detail, but they all add up for major quality of life improvements that are going to make this a lot better than the dark, basically closet I'm currently working out of. Now, if we turn left out of my office, instead of going back to the front room, we've got a little hallway. In the hallway, we've got 2 tiny, tiny bathrooms, bringing the total up to 4, so I can now have 4 friends over and all have them dumped simultaneously, which is, that's important. But more important than that is this room at the end of the hallway. We've got just a concrete room, concrete floors, whole building's concrete, but it's just a warehouse room, storage room. The benefit here is now that I finally have a place to store all of the merchandise and to set up a shipping station. Apologies if it's echoey, but in all, I did not have a place for any of that stuff in the old shop. And when we did our first round of merch, I had to just put it all in the middle of the shop until I had shipped it all out. It was a huge, just mess, huge endeavor. And I said, hey, if I'm gonna take this seriously, I really need a place to kind of set this up and to get organized, because I wanna make sure you guys get stuff that you order in a timely fashion if you're gonna support me by ordering it. And it's awesome that you guys have done that. Because of that, I can have this place, and I really wanted to invest in the future of my channel and the future of my business. So I said, hey, this room right here is gonna be huge. Now, why this room? Well, the cool part is we've got a pair of double doors. Some of you may have noticed them in previous videos from outside the shop. These open up to the parking lot. They face the same direction as the big shop door. So I can package everything up, have it all set right here, open the doors, USPS, FedEx, any of that stuff can pull right up. We can load them up. I don't have to lug everything through the shop. It's gonna be so convenient and so nice. This was kind of the main motivation for snagging this unit, was to be able to expand from a business perspective and really kind of invest in seeing this channel grow and being able to support the people that support me. So we finally got a place dedicated to that. If we cruise back through, I am so excited to finally have an office with air conditioning. Let's talk briefly about my old setup. That corner room back there is my old office, still is my office at the moment. And it has some pros and cons. It's nice in that, like, I have windows out into the shop, but I sit so low in there, the windows are so high, I can't really see out, so kind of have to stand up to see anything. I can't really see the door if people walk in, which is kind of a bummer. I have to kind of listen for it. But the problem is, it is a small room in the back corner of the shop with a door at the back side. There is no airflow, there is no natural light. It can get really warm in there. 2 of the 4 walls are made of concrete, so they heat soak. It can be problematic. It can suck to be in there, especially when I really have to get work done. So getting out of this corner room, I think I'm gonna turn this into some storage as well. It kind of lines up with where the other storage room is gonna be. Getting into that front office is going to be so nice. I can't put it into words. I know some of you guys can relate how much your productivity goes up when you wind up with like air conditioning and some comfort and honestly some natural light, a window to be able to see outside. I'm just so excited. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, most of this unit really presents just a massive quality of life change for being in this shop space. I mean, I've loved it. I have no intention of leaving it, but getting to add something this comfortable onto it instead of working in a small corner of the shop with no AC and no airflow at all, or having a kitchen that is just literally in the same room as the shop air compressor and where I was trying to keep the merchandise. Things like that, quality of life improvements. Finally getting storage so we can get a lot of this stuff off of the shop floor. Just overall, I'm so excited for this. I'm really rambling and repeating myself, but this is a big deal. This is a huge step for me. One of the biggest kind of leaps I've taken in a long time. And again, it's all because of you guys. I couldn't be more excited. So, with all that said, yeah, let's cruise outside. I'll give you the quick outside tour so you can check it out, see what it looks like from out there. We'll open up the doors to the storage room or the merchandise room, get a good view of it, and then we'll wrap it up. And so with the addition of this unit, I also get all of the parking spaces in front of it and to the side, which means I now control pretty much the entire front of our entire parking lot. And as a car guy, I like that a lot. I do wish there was a bit more real estate on the front of the building for some StanceWorks signage, but honestly, it's probably a good thing that there's not because I don't need random people stopping by the shop. But overall, I am ecstatic that the shop has gotten bigger, and more importantly, that it can facilitate running this business better than ever. And as said, that's all thanks to you guys. So as always, thank you for the support, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you next week for yet another episode.